WILDR folks, Alicia here. For this week's video, I wanted to talk about how to make off-piste skiing or choppy snow easier to ski. I've gotten this question quite a bit on social media, to be honest, and from friends as we transition from resort skiing to backcountry skiing. So I've got two tips that we're going to dive into today, and they're ones that I've learned both as a ski coach on hill and as a personal trainer who helps people get ready for ski season. But before we dive into them, first we're going to learn a concept that exceptional skiers intuitively use to make every run easier to ski. And that concept is the concept of the fall line. Now, just like it sounds, the fall line is the line that an object would fall down if you were to drop it on the ski hill. And the reason it's so important is because we want our torso more or less pointed straight down that fall line as we're skiing. This makes it easier to react to snow that goes from hard to soft to icy to powdery, and also makes it less likely that you're going to get thrown around or locked into a certain direction because you hit snow of a different consistency. And you'll see it here if I'm skiing and I'm intentionally turning my body across the hill, which might feel safer if we're nervous about the snow conditions. It actually means that we have to do a giant move with our entire body to turn the other way across the hill. And it means that a snow that grabs us or that lets us slide more than we expected is going to throw our upper body around. So to learn this concept, we can actually start on a groomed slope. Pick an object that's down the fall line from you, and then try and keep it in between your hands, or you can even turn your poles upside down and try and keep it in between your two poles as you ski down the slope. As a kid, my coaches always called this the television drill, and you're trying to keep that object that's down the fall line in your television screen. But this television drill actually also help us in a second way. And that is they help us learn to keep our core tight as our legs move underneath us. I go as far as to say that your core is actually your base when you're skiing, and your legs are working underneath you like shocks on a car. That way, whether we hit an icy patch or get grabbed up with some grabby snow, our legs are working underneath us to keep our torso calm and stable. And you can actually try a drill in the gym that is going to make this way easier once you go out skiing. So what you're gonna do is attach a band around a rig, or if you're at home, a pair of stretchy pants around a door handle. You're gonna get tension on that band, holding it close to you so it feels like the band wants to pull you this way. Then you're just gonna do 4 to 6 quick jumps. You'll notice my knees aren't diving together. I'm staying centered and stable here as the band tries to pull me. And I can try that on one side, make sure I do it on both. And I can also do it facing the rig so that I'm getting pulled forward ever so slightly and having to brace with my core. Now, as with any plyometric movement, we want to focus on quality here over quantity. So I would only do 4 to 6 reps maximum, and make sure you're taking at least 4 times the rest as it took you to complete the movements. Now, if you want to make this harder, the way that I would make it harder would be more tension from the band, farther from my fixed point, or trying to jump higher with each jump, which is definitely going to up the ante. We can also combine the two things we're working on by trying to point the feet a different direction as we land from each jump, which is going to use some internal and external rotation of the femur in the hip socket, as well as some rotation of the hips while we stay stable in the upper body. Now, the side benefit of doing these plyometric movements is going to be that it's incredibly good for our tendons and our bones, and it's going to help us keep skiing into our 80s and 90s and beyond. But beyond that, it's also going to help improve our power, like the pop in our turns on the hill. So when you get into choppy snow or off-piste, remember, keep your body pointed down the fall line, engage your core so your legs can work like shocks underneath you, and play around. That's the whole reason we're out there, is to have some fun. I hope you have a wilder week. And if you found this valuable, you should check out our ski quiz. It's free, it's like 2 minutes long, and it's gonna help you identify your kryptonite and your superpower while out skiing. Then I'm gonna send you a bunch of free resources to help you have more fun on the hill. Anyhow, I hope you have a wilder week, and we'll talk to you soon.